is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
I'm here. Now the motherfucking show stopped. I'm the one that you was warned about.
With Ant Woods
What up?
Iron Addicts. We're about to hit a back day. He's gonna lead us through. You go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Ant, Anthony Woods, but people on IG call me Ant. Been competing for some time, or I used to compete for some time.
Yeah.
Been retired for about 4 or 5 years, but I'm excited to put my homie do a nice little back workout. We're in the best gym you could possibly be at, Iron Addicts, Long Beach, California.
I'm here.
What are we gonna do? So we're starting with pull-ups, and then what are we gonna get into?
So I'm gonna be honest, the way I typically train, I like to train instinctively, so I don't really follow a this, that type of program, because when I get in the gym, sometimes I see things, or I'm around things, or I'm inspired by things, or I feel a type of way to where I'm gonna switch it up. And that may limit my exertion, that limits sometimes my growth, sometimes that limits how good my workout is if I'm stuck to the parameters of something I wrote last night or last week or last month, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna kind of play it by ear. I never typically count reps. I never typically count sets. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go off how you feel.
Yep.
If you're tired, if you're fatigued, and how hard you can push yourself. That's how we're gonna do it.
Let's do it. Let's go straight into it. Straight into pull-ups.
So tempo is a parameter at which I am paying attention to how I can oppose momentum. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You don't want to be like just rushing through something.
I don't want to be swinging anything for sure.
Control. Have control.
Yeah, control's our friend, and that helps us be intentional with our movement patterns. So I'm not doing a pull-up just to do the pull-up, because you've all seen people in the gym that are fine. The guy's been in the gym for a whole year, but he looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it has something to do with what he's doing outside the gym, but a lot of times it has to do with what he's doing in the gym. And sometimes people are doing movements just to do them, as opposed to remembering why the purpose is of doing the pull-up, right? So we're gonna do pull-ups, and we're gonna warm up the back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There you go. We're just gonna pull with the elbows, arms like hooks. There it is. Oh, we have some beats up in here. Pulls are one of my favorite movements though.
Yeah,
I love pull-ups. I love pull-ups. Even ending a workout at the very end.
I think towards the end, I can't. I'm already like fatigued. I can't even pull myself up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I have to start with them. Yeah, unless they're assisted. I have to start.
You gotta start
Yeah.
I'm glad
If
we're
I'm
starting.
finishing with them, I'm done. I do like 3 of them. Back's already fatigued after that. I'll do like really controlled. So I'll go here, and then I'll kind of just come down,
Yeah,
and then come back up.
that works.
That works. But then some people will do like more consistent tempo. Other people will just bang it out. Like I don't know. I kind of just follow whoever I'm working with.
I do that too.
And it's fun.
I do that too. You
It's
kinda
fun to
just
switch
start
it up.
catching yourself.
Yeah.
In their momentum or in their like tempo.
Yeah. So everyone that I train with is just like a different style of working out. I love it.
I used to, let's see, the guys that I used to emulate the most, I think it was the guy Sean Roden. Sean Roden passed away some years ago. Remember Sean Roden?
All right, this
Ever
is
heard of him?
familiar.
He was dope. He was one of the dopest Olympians in my opinion, but when he trained, everything looked effortless. So, everything looked effortless. So when he was doing a movement, you couldn't tell what he was pushing or pulling.
Yeah.
It would just look like it was so fluid.
Yeah.
And so that's what I emulated in my brain. I want it to look effortless.
Yeah.
Even though it's not.
Yeah.
So he'd be doing like a lat pull down,
Yeah.
whole stack.
And it's just
And you can't tell whether he was pushing the bar away from him or pulling it to him. It was just so smooth. It just speaks to the control he's using.
yeah.
Which then translates to how much muscle he's using, which it was just dope to me.
Yeah.
I never wanted to slam the weights. I never wanted to like look out of control.
Yeah.
It just speaks to like being in complete control.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, that's the same. When I work out with my friends and stuff, they'll be like, bro, how the fuck? Like, you have perfect form the whole way through.
we're
Like,
here.
what the hell?
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. I like to have the beginning of the training session. Let's say we split it in half.
Yeah.
I like to primarily start with a lot of compound movements. especially with a big,
Big muscle group.
prominent muscle group like the back, right? So let's do some bend over barbell row.
Yeah, so do like the hardest movement to do and like the heaviest lift pretty much first.
I wouldn't necessarily say the hardest,
Yeah.
but compound. To me, compound's easier to me because you're recruiting so many different muscle groups. To me, in my brain, it's like, I'm conceptualizing it like, and I'm a nerd, bro, I've been doing this so long, this is just the way I have it in my brain.
Yeah.
If this exercise is a party, this bent over row is a party, and I'm a high school kid, everyone's allowed to this party.
Yeah.
Fat girls, little kids, the nerds, the jocks, the gangbangers, bro, the cheerleaders, everybody. I'm bending over, everything's invited, bro.
Yep.
Everything can come. But when we're doing something like specific, like a single side cable row,
Yeah.
bro, I need only the bad chicks.
Only the tans.
Only, bro.
No
You're
fat chicks.
super selective when you're passing out that flyer. You're super selective passing out that flyer. Yo, here you get it. Nope. Heard you're having a party. Nah, no party, right? Super selective.
Yeah.
So to me, compound movements are always in my brain are easier.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, that makes sense.
You need to write a book.
He's
I'm doing this since I was 12 years old, bro. Bro, another way too is I always was around, all of my friends were girls growing up. I was always around a lot of dudes that were like controlling and shit. And I was never that way.
yeah.
So in the gym, one of the reasons why you never want to, that's my
Might
bad,
be a little bit higher. Yeah.
wherever you want.
Oh no, I was saying the bar was sliding.
You just want to be controlling, like a controlling ass boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, you do what I say.
Yeah.
When I say. You don't slam the weight, you don't throw it, you're just controlling in a weirdly chauvinistic kind of way, and that's kind of the way I treat the weight too. Like you do what I say, when I say.
Yeah.
If I gotta drop the weight, it's because the weight overpowered me. If I have to slam something, it's because it was out of my control.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking up, that's my bad. You
Yeah.
know? That's just the weird way I look at that shit.
No,
you know?
that's like a good way to look at it though, because a lot of people will understand that versus, all right, don't slam the weight. So what does that mean? Like,
Another one too, because I was always around a lot of women, right?
yeah,
Another way that I made sure that I was spending adequate time in the gym with my muscle groups was each muscle group was a chick. And I had to make sure I was, like, she had to get love.
yeah,
She had to get love too. Did you forget about her? Give her love. She needs love too, right? So in my brain, I'm like, who am I forgetting about? Right? You can't be forgetting about.
If you're happy with one, imagine how happy you'd
Like,
be
man.
with five.
You're neglecting somebody.
Yeah.
Just a little love on Monday.
yeah,
Give her a little bit more love on Wednesday, but she got a lot of love. Somebody else is missing out.
spread
Yeah.
the love, spread the love.
Spread that shit out. Not bullshit. All right. I like to break this movement down in two pieces. I like to be here nice and strong, prominent, chest up like a soldier, and I like to bend like a taco. I like to contract my waist, fold my waist, kick my ass out to the wall,
Yep.
bam, slide the bar right down my waist, and that's my starting position.
Yeah.
That's just how I do it, if you want to know.
Yeah. I saw the.
If you give
I
a
saw
shit.
you. I saw you from the side. Your like shoulders were rounded, but you keep your low back tight.
keep it
Push
tight.
your hips back, low back tight, around the shoulders, and then pull.
Boom.
You did underhand, right?
I do, but feel free to,
Yeah.
Is there a difference in the grip?
Yeah, when you're underhanding, you're adding a little bit more of the bicep. You're inviting some bicep to the party. Like you want to kick the biceps fat ass out.
I feel like you hit
Biceps can't come, then you turn them around.
a little more low back too, like low lats versus overhand.
Solid. And I always, anytime that I'm switching a plane of motion, so from, this is the plane of motion, right? Kinesiology.
Frontal,
plane of motion, right?
transverse,
I just do
horizontal.
what I call the transitional warm-up set. I treat my muscles like I care about them. So my back, my lat was just introduced to a movement pattern. But now I'm gonna throw a whole other movement pattern without any warning. I'm gonna get under here, I'm gonna put 135 or whatever,
Yeah.
and start rolling without giving my back any kind of warning. So now I'm gonna introduce This is what I need from you next.
Yeah.
This is what I need from you to do next for me.
Yeah.
Bro, everything should have meaning. If it shouldn't have, if you're doing something in life, even if it doesn't, out of the gym, right? But everything I do has a specific meaning.
Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of people will just focus on like, all right, today I'm hitting lats. And it's like, bro,
Like how?
yeah.
How are you hitting them? Are you hitting them properly?
Yeah.
Are you hitting them in its entirety? Do you know the different parts of the lat? Do you know where the lat inserts?
Yeah. And then
You're
they're
not
just
like-
neglecting everything else. And it's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? You're
Yeah,
doing that for
and that's
like
cool
6 weeks.
If you don't know those things, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But when you know better,
Yeah.
you do better.
And you learn. Like,
Yeah.
like take time to actually learn what you're doing.
If you care.
Yeah.
If you care.
If you're just here to be in the gym, then just be in the gym, whatever.
Man, not everybody cares. Not everyone's a nerd like me. I learned that real easy, real quick. Not everybody's a nerd with this shit like I am. I get it. I get it.
I like that you're a nerd though. That's the good part. Shoulders are rounded, and then he's pulling through. So it's okay to be like dynamic. You don't want to just hold yourself in that like one position. You can move while you're working out.
For sure. For sure. I stretch intentionally, and I can track exactly as intentionally as I stretch.
Yep. Mhm.
Not just in the gym, but in life, most of the stuff that moves you forward, small, like you said, incremental, boring things, but they take time.
Yeah.
Love takes time. Friendship takes time. Business takes time. Building any skill set takes time. Like, everything takes time.
I think people misconfuse like science-based training nowadays too. It's like, bro, because you're science-based training, you're not training weak. Like you're still training with intensity. You're overloading that muscle, doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But people got the misconception of like, oh, you do like 8 reps, whatever. It's like, nah, man, you keep going. Like
Yeah,
just because you're science-based training, I don't really mean anything.
There's a lot of different ways to do the same thing, which is one of the cool ways that the human body is dynamic in that regard, right? There's a lot of ways to do it. But the thing is, no matter how you go about it, it always takes consistency, it always takes effort, and you can't fucking lie to yourself. Like, this is one of the reasons why the gym is so important is because it provides social proof to yourself. To believe something about yourself without having any proof about it is delusional.
Yeah.
It's just weird. To believe you're something that you've never shown yourself you are is kind of strange.
Yeah.
But in this place, you can believe you are who you want because you can show yourself every day. I did this every day. I did this every stuff. So yeah, I agree with you. There's lots of different methods, but it all takes one major or 2 or 3 obviously major ingredients, right? Consistency and effort. You can't fucking bullshit yourself in here.
And there's no lying. Like if you lie about what you're doing in the gym, people are gonna see it. Like you're not gonna get shredded.
Before
You're not gonna get
anybody
bigger.
sees it, you're gonna see it. And your confidence is gonna hit the floor, and that's when you're gonna be a shitty person to the people around you.
Yep.
They're just not gonna like who you are, which again, all comes back on you.
Yep. Let's get it.
Fucking sinuses, bro, I swear.
Veins are popping. Forearm veins are popping. Come on. Nice. I can't sit around and do nothing.
Hell no.
I felt like useless. I was like, bro, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know, so like gym is good for you. And then I was always like a little chubby kid, like I said. So I wanted to lose weight and stuff like that. And then my goal is just to like help people. So when I'm stuck in school and I'm like, why am I in school? Like, why am I here? Why am I taking these hard ass classes? Like, what am I doing this for? Kind of like what you said. I look back and I'm like, all right, I've had these injuries in the past. I've like hurt my knee, had knee surgery, stuff like that. Done all these things, and I want to help people get out of like those slumps, and I can relate to them. So
Have some
that's
value.
like, yeah. So like training in the gym, like studying and stuff like that, applying it to myself so I can apply it to other people. That's like why I train.
That's dope, but you're investing in yourself like that.
Yeah, because I kind of see it like as a business. Like if I'm not gonna teach myself how I can look good or how I can get myself healthier, how I can improve in certain areas of fitness and stuff like that, how am I gonna teach somebody else? It's like being an overweight PE teacher. You're not gonna listen to a PE teacher if they're like 300 pounds telling you go run 6 miles. Like, do they look like they can do it? Probably not. So are you gonna listen to them? Probably not, right?
Interesting.
That's how I see it.
Fascinating. I would have to agree. I think in human nature, I think we respect what seems consistent, and it's not consistent when people aren't practicing what they're preaching. It's hard to respect it. As a parent, I'm a father, right? As a parent, that's super big.
Any example?
Yeah, bro, you have to like be exactly what you say. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And your children are gonna be three things, one of three things. They're either gonna be calling you a hypocrite, too stupid to know that you're a hypocrite, or disliking you, they're not talking to you at all. You know? You gotta be what you say. If you say you're gonna do something, you do it.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Now he's training the baddie.
He said, come here.
Bad bitches come on. Bad bitches on. Dude, truthfully, I could train in the gym all day, every day.
Honestly, me too, bro. I saw you were here like at 6 a.m. or something like that, right?
Yeah,
At a different gym?
I was over in, I don't remember where I was at.
He was like, was that 6 hours
6 a.m.
ago or was
Yeah,
that? He said, was that 6 hours ago
remember
or
where it
8
was.
hours ago? Which one was I at?
I love the gym.
Yeah, he was at the gym earlier. I hit cardio earlier, so like we could like this is our life, to be honest.
24-hour workout.
For real. As long as you're eating enough, sleeping enough, go for it.
Growing up, like in terms of like bodybuilding. And
I've
stuff,
had one coach.
yeah.
Are you filming? Ario, I love you. You know who you are. I've had one coach. I've had one coach. He's the best coach in the world. Coach Cuts, Ario, I fucking love you. But that's it, yeah. I haven't been working with him in a long time, but I still carry a lot of the principles I've learned
Yeah.
in my, like 7, 8 years of competing. I carry a lot of those principles that I learned through that. Yeah.
What's a good thing to look into a coach? You know, when people are starting out their bodybuilding journey.
Ooh.
Because I know, there's these guys that offer coaching, but it's not as personal as they would like to be. It's just purely online.
Well, I would say understand what you want in a coach first. I didn't want someone to micromanage me. I didn't want someone to tell me how to train. He told me how to eat, how to supplement, but essentially he left the training to me, which is what I liked. He talked to me when he needed things from me. I spoke to him when I needed things from him. He's one of my best friends, but to that regard, like, that's what I had in him and that's what I liked. I would say do your research and make sure you find someone that has, it's hard to gauge that, but honesty. Honesty is so important. You have to care about your body. You only get one of these. It's kind of hard to say that. I know it's weird to say that. I'm 38 years old. I'll be 40 in a couple years. I'm telling you, you only get one. And so you don't want to give someone the reins to your health or your hormones or your training protocol or what you put in your mouth, or like you don't want to necessarily throw the reins to someone you don't know and just take the wheel of how I live my life, right? So honesty, ask around, take your time, do your research, don't jump into something like that. I was really lucky. I found my coach was, it's not a long story, but I was at a show, just watching, spectating with no intention of training. And this kid won this show, he won an overall. And I was like, holy shit. He won this big ass sword, first time I ever seen it. I was like, damn, it's like a fucking samurai sword. I was tripping, so I was like, damn. So I'm a loner, I was there by myself. And I was like watching this kid, he was being embraced by everybody. And everybody had these shirts on that said CUTZ. And this is in like San Francisco, California, Hayward, California. Everyone's jumping around embracing this kid. Everyone has the same shirt on. Looks like a team. This is like in 2012, 2013, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, this looks like a team. This is before bodybuilding teams were a thing. So I'm like, yo, this looks like sports. This looks like a sport. I'm like, who the fuck is this coach?
Yeah.
I'm looking for the guy that's gonna be in front, I'm looking for the guy. I can't find the coach. I'm like, okay, did he leave? So I'm like, yo, I'm asking around, who's coaching? He's like, and everyone is like, yo, he's here, but I can't find him. So I'm like, okay, this guy must be busy. So I'm waiting, right? True story, I'm waiting. People are trying to leave. I see this little Filipino cat sitting there, and he's sitting on the bench. He's sitting on the bench like this, right? Everyone's in front of him, and he's sitting like this, and he's just watching all of it unfold. And that guy who won was his little brother. He was coaching his brother. His brother won the whole show, and he wanted no parts of the shine. He wanted no parts of the glory. He just wanted to chip back in the cut. And I was like, that's my coach right there. Hey. That's the dude I need right there. And I walked up, I was like, bro, are you coaching this guy? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, bro, I think I'm gonna do a show. He goes, let me see your abs. I pulled up my shirt, and he's like, yeah, okay. All right. We started, that was a Saturday. He sent me my diet Sunday morning. We were good after that. True story.
Now he's gonna coach me.
That's what I was looking for, though. I wanted somebody that didn't want to be in front of a bunch of shit. That's what I was attracted to, you know.
Yeah.
I had a coach, the only coach I've had, my coach, who at one point I was having a cheat meal every Friday.
Yeah.
There are times where he'd be like, sit down, the second to the last meal of the day, I want you to have whatever you want to have, but make that the second to the last meal. The last meal of the day, get back to your diet, but the 6 meals in the day, meal 5, bro, I don't care. Like whatever you can have, but meal 6, get back. So like, there's lots of different little methods and things that coaches employ that we don't think of. And you never know, I've coached somebody that needed a burger a day. Every day.
A burger?
A day.
Just because it's probably better.
His metabolism, Sean, if you ever see this, I'm talking to you, fucker. Sean Hodges, I fucking love you too. Yo, this guy up in Santa Cruz, California, I love this guy, he's amazing, one of my closest friends too. But his metabolism is so fast that eating clean, he would get leaner, but he would lose weight. So I was like, all right, we're gonna have a burger every couple of days. And that helped a little bit. And I'm like, bro, are you good with having like a burger every day? He's like, am I good with having bro, run it. And so we did it, but that's what he needed.
Yeah.
And he goes, can I get something different? We tried like burritos and things, but clean burgers and a good healthy hamburger for him. And that's probably what he does to this day. A lot of what I do in terms of my nutrition comes with learning from what my coach, I don't ask him for any guidance anymore, but I don't have to.
Yeah. Man, I've like asked people questions and stuff like that, but I've never had someone like personal train me.
Oh, dude,
I feel like that's needed for sure.
It's a cool experience because it's not necessarily what foods to eat. You'll learn what foods to eat when.
Timing, yeah.
And you'll also know, like, you figure out what foods works best for you. You'll know how you feel, but you see yourself so often. A coach can tell you what foods are saying to your body. Like, your body, you input, let's say you have cream of rice instead of white rice. Mm-hmm. Like, it's hard for us to see what white rice is saying to your body versus what cream of rice is saying to your body. Your coach would be like, we'll probably stick to white rice. And we're gonna, like, it's a good way to go about things, I think. Yeah. For sure. Especially if you're not competing, it's just, for you, it's just information. No pressure, no stress. Yeah, that's true. You're not trying to necessarily be optimal on a certain day, on a time limit, because everyone's gonna be watching how you look in board shorts. It'll be just because you're trying to gather data. Yeah. Which is dope, I think. Yeah, which is what I was doing essentially too. Yeah. After I graduate, we'll get it. I bet you it'll help you in school. It probably will, yeah. I swear. So we'll get back to this, I promise. But I worked at Equinox when I was, my brother Matt got me this, fuck you, Matt. My brother got me this job. And then bounced, and then bounced. He got me this job and then bounced when he got a better job when I got it. I'll give you this job. And I'm like, cool, I'll get the job with Equinox. As soon as I get the job, he was like, bro, they want me over here. It's like twice as much. So anyways. But
he got the job though.
But they do this thing where they teach you, you like level up from like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and they teach you certain parts of anatomy and kinesiology and things. And like I said, I had taken no academic courses in high school or college whatsoever, but I was competing in bodybuilding at the time. So this guy pulls out this anatomy chart of the back, and he's pointing out latimus dorsi and tears, and I'm just like, fuck, I got that. I'm looking around on the chart, I'm like, yo, all that looks familiar to me. I know what those are because I manipulate and communicate with these muscle groups every day. I didn't know it was called that. Yeah. I didn't know that it was I didn't know what an insertion. Yeah. The fuck was an insertion? But I know what that is because I manipulate that muscle group and I develop that muscle group. I'm an expert at what that is. Yeah. Right? And you'll know in real time. You'll have the bro science, but you'll also have the academic stuff to cross-examine each other because you'll know in real life what that means, what it is, and how it means to contract and all that. I think you should do it.
No, yeah, I love that though, because like when I was taking anatomy, that's the same thing. Like I think we were working out here actually, and I was watching my back, like I had a tank top on, and I was seeing myself in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is that muscle they're talking about. Like this is that fancy ass name.
So this guy goes, He goes, I learned this in the course. I had taken no courses, right?
Yeah.
He goes, the hamstring is called the bicep femoris. It's like the bicep of the leg. It's on the femur.
Like,
And I was like, oh shit.
That's why I do that. That's
Yeah,
why we
so
do
he goes-
hamstring curls.
The elbow, this is why I learned I have no courses. He goes,
Yeah.
the elbow only does one thing. It just extends and it flexes.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a better bicep curl, all you really got to think about is just flexion and extension.
Yeah.
And then the best way to stretch the bicep is to flex the tricep.
Yeah.
And the most efficient way to stretch the tricep is to flex. Bro, I'm
bicep.
learning this. But
Yeah.
everybody in the class is doing this, like taking notes. And I'm
You're
like,
just like, oh.
I'm like, oh shit, in the class. I'm like, oh, okay. No shit, like this. No way. And everyone was like, okay, so trying to hurry, and I'm like, But if I hadn't had the real life,
Yeah.
I would have been doing this
Yeah.
instead of being like, oh, all right. And now I can apply that on talking to my clients or whatever.
Yeah.
Just apply that.
That's the same. Yeah, you can hit your set. I'll let you do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But that's like the same thing we were talking about over there. Like you could study something in anatomy or whatever, like biology, stuff like that. But if you don't apply it, you're not gonna learn it.
Experience is everything.
You can watch 10 TikTok videos. You can know exactly what form someone did. You can know exactly the angle, stuff like that. But if you don't do it yourself and you don't try it and you don't feel that for yourself, then you're not gonna understand it.
Bro,
at
who do
all.
you trust? The pilot who read the book or the pilot who saw the plane?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Period. And you can't read wisdom. You can't read wisdom, man. You have to experience wisdom. And when you're wise, you have information and you have experience. You can't put wisdom in a book and someone go, oh, page 9, all the wisdom you need. Like, you could get information, but when you put it all together and you're wise, I think you should definitely, not that you asked me, but
Yeah, yeah.
it sounds like a dope opportunity for
No,
sure.
I think I definitely will. It's just I'm taking like I'm taking 7 classes, and then I'm also
Take
I have
it easy.
yeah, I have like 2 jobs pretty much, two jobs, and then here training at the gym and then filming. So it's a lot to handle, but definitely gonna do that in the future.
Look at it. Look at the tries on him. Look at him.
No, my triceps were so fucking bad. Like I would do dips and it was just flat. Like it was so bad. I had
Bro,
nothing
made
there.
progress. Couple of adjustments here. Go a little heavier because we ain't no hoes. You know?
We ain't no hoe. Everybody's invited. Come on.
Everybody.
Everybody and their mamas.
And your mom.
Full range of motion. All of it.
There you go.
Nice.
Some of the old stuff always works the best, it seems like.
I love like we used this machine before, that shoulder press.
love that
my.
shit.
That's
love
like,
that, yeah.
I think that's the best shoulder machine I've ever used.
For sure. For sure. There you go. Clean. Wish I was moving like that when I was 21. God damn. Clean. Nice work. Making it look easy, bro. God damn.
Good. That was heavy. That was hard. What?
It's comp day.
Never.
More?
One more.
Yep.
There we go.
Solid. If I had some money, I'd buy you groceries, but I don't.
Yeah.
If I had a car, I would. But I would. But nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
You can't give what you don't have. So you gotta make sure that you pour into yourself first before you try even attempt to pour into anybody else.
I just do it. So instead of, how do you do it first, and then I'll show you how I do. We'll show each other.
Let me see if I get it to this top.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I'm pretty much here.
Okay. So pretty much the only difference I do is like, same thing, same like positioning, right? But instead of just coming here, I'll come to about right here and then pull towards me and then come back. So down by like 3/4, halfway, and then pull in. I just feel that a little bit more like on this low back part.
All right.
You can probably go.
Always a student. Always a student.
And if you don't like it, then you don't do it. Like that's it. Just try it out, and then if you don't like it, don't do it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Perfect, like that?
Yeah. So you squeeze a little bit back here. That's good. You still get this portion, I think you get a little bit more at the bottom. Nice, come on.
Coach D.
Come on. He likes it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Tossing that one in the back pocket for sure.
No matter
I love
how
that.
long you've been training, you can still learn something
Always.
new. Always.
If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. Believe that. Believe that. That's solid. Truth be told, I'm still essentially training in the same ways I've trained since I was like 13, 14 years old. It's not like I'm like, every couple of weeks, I'm like, I'm gonna try something new. I would never waste my time or energy doing something that I didn't believe to be efficient with my time, with my energy, with all that stuff. I'm not gonna be in here just trying shit out, hoping that it manifests itself in the ways that I want. I know what works, I know what doesn't, for me. You know how to be consistent. And then when you're around trusted, qualified individuals that are willing to show you something, get the fuck out of your own way, take your earplugs out, and you learn from someone to make yourself better. And like you said, if it doesn't work, simply don't do it. But the last thing I'm gonna do at 38 years old and loving this process is to keep myself from becoming better. And when someone offers me something dope, that's for sure.
Yeah. And I think the good thing that he said too is like, you don't have to switch anything up. The only thing you have to do is just train harder, train heavier. Like you can do the same workout, just overload the muscle. Just keep overloading the muscle and you'll create new stimulus. That's the whole point of working out.
I'm doing the same back workout since I was like 15.
Yeah, you don't need to change it up. Like you really don't. I've been doing the same chest workout for like 8 months, like realistically. So
We're gonna switch it up a little bit now with this one.
yeah.
Ooh, I love training with David. I'll be working out and be like, I'll tweak it right here.
Yeah, Jerry. Nah, Jerry hates working out with me.
No, I love it.
Because
That's how my head, but I do love it.
I'm like, I can never just watch someone work out and be like, all right. Like I can never just not say something. I'm like, all right, you could change this, you could change this, you could change that. It's funny.
Oh no, I didn't even see that shit. Pointing it out.
Yeah.
But like my dad's in a wheelchair
Yeah.
because he lost his legs in like less than 2 years ago to diabetes. Well, I'm like, dude, you're tripping if you don't take care of your body.
Yeah.
Like you have to.
It's your one vehicle, you know?
Yeah.
It's not your car, it's like your body.
Yeah.
I'll give you one more. Check this out. Who takes care of you if your shit's fucked up? Your homie? You gonna call him? You gonna call me? You gonna call your boys?
Shit, I ain't coming.
You gonna call your parents? No, you probably would though.
Yeah.
If I'm your friend, you call me, I would. So it's fucking selfish to thrash your body knowing that once you're on flats, you're gonna depend on the people who love you to pick up the pieces for you. It's fucking selfish to me.
I think
Respectfully.
You know Jordan Peterson? He has a good philosophy when he's like, take care of yourself like you would someone you care deeply about.
I have 2 boys. I do everything that I want my sons to do. Not just because he's literally 6'2", 200 and some pounds, looking me eye to eye, but I can't love myself. I can't love anybody more than I love myself. Like I'm limited. Like I'll be jealous and envious if I'm not loving myself, you know? 100%. People like feed their dogs better than they feed themselves and shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not knocking anybody. But it's just like, you don't care about your body?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't like when people say like it's selfish to care about yourself too. I'm like,
Who says
"Bro,
shit
what are
like
you
that?
talking about
Who says that?
that?" Like people say that. Like
I've never heard anybody say that.
really? I've heard people say
For
like,
real?
it's like selfish or like self-centered stuff like that to take care of yourself. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm admitting, I was kind of like one of those guys until I found myself like, damn, like I'm in a bad place. Let me actually be selfless. For a little bit.
Interesting.
Or selfish for.
Where did that belief system come from? Fascinating.
Here, Jerry, you take that. You take that. Switch it up, Jerry.
It's like it's more growing up. I was kind of like the child that's like trying to keep everything in order. So my concern was like, let me make sure everybody else is good,
That's more important.
and then I'll focus on me. But nothing was ever good. So I was just always kind of putting myself to
Never
the side,
learned
making
how
sure.
to-
Yeah. And so I think what was it? My mom would tell. She went into like therapy a little bit because it was like the whole divorce.
Of course, of course.
And
We
then
should all be in therapy, by the way.
yeah. And then she was telling the guy like, oh yeah, like my son like kind of keeps order. And then the guy was like, what do you mean your son keeps order? Like he's 13. And then to me it was normal, but him talking to me, he was like, you shouldn't do that. Like you're supposed to like develop yourself, focus on you, what you want. Never knew what I wanted. I mean, till this day I kind of have a little iffy on what I want to do. But now realizing that it's like, damn, how am I trying to help other people without having myself straight? That's impossible. And instead of helping them, I'm more like a burden almost, you know? Like I'm not helping as efficiently and as effective as possible because I'm still dealing with my shit.
Fucking self-awareness.
That was good.
Bam!
That's dope, bro. Self-awareness, bro. That's fucking powerful shit. That's powerful shit, bro.
Here you go, David.
It's good.
That's dope. It's dope that you came to that realization for yourself and for everyone who loves you. Because now you're going to present a better version of yourself. A more equipped, a more capable version. That's fucking tight.
No, if you love your people, you gotta love yourself.
Bro, you have to.
And it doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be what I do. Just find something that you want to do and start your morning off right.
Oh, my shit is non-negotiable, bro.
Yeah.
If I'm on the road, if I'm in an airport,
Yeah.
not airport. If I'm at a hotel, rather,
Yeah.
I don't do anything until I do that shit.
But it's good though. Like you feel like accomplished. Like all right, I started the day. Like I did my morning routine.
Dude, you're
like,
taking care
check
of
it off
you.
the list. It's a little dopamine release.
Yeah, you're taking
like,
care of
boom.
you before you
Yeah.
before I even look at my phone. Like I do, I get on the ground.
Yeah.
I push ups, do all my shit. You're tempted to like, let me just
Got
check
it.
it, but you don't.
Yeah.
You make sure you do all your shit, and then you do it.
Yeah.
And then you just feel like, whatever happens, I can like, I've taken care of me. I can give extra attention and so on. So otherwise, it all happens.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up in the morning, oh fuck, grab your phone and there's some bullshit. I can't believe you did blah blah blah, or like somebody accusing you or some shit, or some drama, or something that has nothing to do with you that someone's talking to you about, or like,
Yeah.
my boyfriend broke up with me, like some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, why do I have to read that shit in the morning?
Yeah. And
You
it's
know
like
what I'm
an
saying?
hour. You just spend like an hour doing that, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Now I can't do my morning routine now. I gotta do this.
Or at the very minimum, it's like rolling around in your head for like 15 minutes or whatever long it takes for you to attend to something different.
Yeah.
But in my brain, I think of it like, I mean, literally, we pay attention. Like you pay attention to things. So I'm like, I'm not paying my fucking attention to that.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, I'm not fucking paying my attention to that. I don't
Yeah.
want to pay that. Like that's lame. It's like even things I look at, I'm like, I'll look too long at that. Even if I think it's some bullshit, I don't want to pay my attention to that because it's gone. Once you pay, you're like, it's in your brain. You have to like not think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what
Like,
you're saying.
fuck that. It's lame. It's lame. How many more?
I think we're good right here. You want to do something else?
Oh,
or
bro.
you good?
You're the boss.
Chilling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was fun.
My back is alright. My back is tight. You know what I'm saying?
Knowledge. We got extra movement today. But yeah, appreciate your time on and off camera.
Yo, man. If you haven't already seen, the guy's physique is top notch.
No.
But not
Not
only
yet.
is he a dope guy physically, but he's clearly a dope guy up here and in here. So I just want to say thank you for inviting me onto the video. I don't do many of these for some reason, but anytime you want me back on yours, I'm there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. We had a great time.
Subscribe.